All right, we're back for the 6-month boot update. The Nick's boots and JK boots. A little late, but life got busy. But here it is. We're gonna walk through some of the stuff that we use to kind of keep them clean. Got a little brush for knocking off mud and dirt and stuff. Air nozzle for blowing them off whenever they're just kind of covered with dust and sawdust and stuff like that. Yates has another little kind of brush. It's got brass bristles on it. And then whenever you're really cleaning them up, after you get all the big stuff and the loose stuff off, we use water and the saddle soap, which is made for cleaning leather. And whenever we're doing the saddle soap, we use this little horsehair brush to kind of work up a little lather and brush in there really good and really knock the dirt out and everything. And after you clean them with this stuff and water, we usually let them dry overnight and then come back the next day. I use this Obanoff's heavy duty LP. It's like a kind of paste stuff that you just get on your fingers and then rub it on the boots and kind of work it into the leather with your hands.
Jam, as Buck and Billy Ray calls it.
Yeah, we always refer to it as jam just because we've heard Buckin say that. So I like using that stuff. And Yates uses this, also made by Obanoff's, but it's leather oil. It's like a liquid, and when you open it up, it's got a little brush that comes with it, and you just dip the brush down in the oil and rub it on your boots with the little cotton swab thing. So it's just two different ways to do it. I kind of like the LP stuff, and Yates likes the oil. The oil's probably a little easier and a little faster, but it's just two different options for keeping your boots preserved, and it helps waterproof them and everything. You can hold that.
If you go with JK, they're going to send you a free bottle of the leather oil, because this is what Tim recommends. He recommends the oil over the leather, the LP.
Yeah, and Nick's, I'm pretty sure they sent me a little thing of this LP stuff. So the Nick's come with a little one, but the little one they send you will only work for like the first time you do it. It's pretty small and you run out pretty quick. But these are my Nick's boots after about 6 months of use doing tree work, and tree work professionally and yard work just personally, just kind of every day running around and doing stuff. And they're holding up very well, and I swear the more you wear them, the more comfortable they get. Like, it seems like every day they're always getting a little bit more comfortable. And I think I've only got one spot. It's on this boot. There's like a little cut in the leather. I'm not sure how I did that. I think I might have nicked this boot with my other spur, like when I was climbing a tree or something. I don't know. But it was definitely operator error. I mean, if you poke leather with a tree gaff, the tree gaff's probably going to win. So I don't count that against Nick's at all. But you can see, and we just cleaned them up a little bit, so for the video, they clean up really nice. I mean, you could wear these things to church if you wanted to after you clean them. And all the screws that they put in the sole, like, they're all still in place, all the screws, and there's little nails up here on the heel. I think nothing has came loose. Everything is still rock solid up until this point. And we both did, we got new laces. We went away from the, like the regular leather laces that come with them, because they kind of stretch and kind of start feeling like they're going to want to break eventually. And we kind of felt that early on and just ordered new laces. These are Rhino laces. I forget all the details about them, but they're supposed to be really strong and really durable. And I've liked these a lot better than the leather laces. So that's the only thing I've done to mine to change how they were when I got them. But I love them. I was kind of skeptical about spending close to $600 on a pair of boots, but it's been well worth it, and I don't think I'll ever not buy nice boots like this in the future. And you know, we were talking, you can send them and get them resold. I'm not sure exactly when you would want to do that, but I think ours are both still have a lot of time before we need to send them back to get them resold. Let me show them yours.
Sure.
So these were the Nicks, and these are the JKs.
Just to recap, JK climber model, and 10 wide composite toe. Even though Tim from JK, he recommends just straight leather toe, I went with composite just as a better safe than sorry kind of thing. And while we're on the subject, the toe of each boot, you can kind of see it's not, still got some rough out there. It's not completely gone smooth yet, but I get in the habit when I'm bucking up limbs on the ground so they're easier to manage. I'll use my boot to prop it up. That way I don't have to worry about running the chainsaw into the ground. So that's all that's from. And then, like I said, it's still rough out. It hasn't gone completely smooth, but there's that. One thing I want to point out, on the heel, I've actually done a good job, thanks to a fellow YouTube review done by a guy. I think his YouTube handle is T-Rod. I got this tip from him of never using the boot that you still have on your foot to kick off the one that you just unlaced. So I've done a good job of always taking my boots off with my hands. That's why the heels are still in good shape. As I kind of talked about it in our previous video, just for now, I'm the ground guy, but I went ahead and got climbing boots so I can not have to buy new boots when it's time for me to be a full-time climber. So the few trees that I have climbed, I can tell you firsthand, in spurs, you barely feel like you're on spurs at all. These are so comfortable to climb in. It's unreal, because of the way they set it up with the lineman patch and the specific shank for climbing. So even if you're a ground guy, if you think you want to climb, or you know, you and your boss agree that you'll eventually be a climber, I recommend going ahead and getting climbing boots. That way you have one pair. You can have a ground guy boot and a climber boot. Don't have to change the boots. You're ready to go. Tread wise, I was telling Tom off camera here, I'm not a boot expert or a boot tread expert, so I'm not really sure, you know, if I've worn these down a lot, not a whole lot, or if I'm right on track. But we do a lot of residential work in subdivisions, and I can honestly say I probably foot rake a little more than I should, but yeah, they seem to still be in good shape. I haven't slipped and lost my footing yet, so the tread looks good to me. And that's pretty much it. The main thing I just wanted to touch on was how comfortable they are in spurs. And just to give you an idea what the other one looks like, I mean, it's just normal everyday wear. super comfortable. For a little while there, and I touched on it in the first video, I was kind of regretting get the composite toes for a little bit, just because before the boots broke in, my feet were sliding towards the toe and my toes were jamming into this composite. So it was a little uncomfortable for a while. But now, like Tom said, the more you wear them, it seems like they're more comfortable every day. As the boots mold to your feet, where they're loose initially, they're going to mold and get tighter, and where they're tight around your foot, the leather will expand, you know, as you follow your cleaning and jam or oiling process. I mean, they just get better as you go. That's really all you can say about them.
Yeah, so Yates has the JKs. He has the rough out on the bottom and the smooth upper. On my Nicks, I did rough out on the bottom and on the upper, and it looks like the bottom kind of looks like it's smooth, but that's just because after I rub the jam on there, it just kind of mats it down. And I think some guys will grab a brush and kind of brush it in there and kind of brush it around so they maintain their rough out look, but I don't really care about it. I just put the jam on there and let it do what it does. So I've got rough out all over the boot, and it kind of starts looking like it's smooth, but I think it looks cool. I don't really care. I didn't get the safety toe. I might regret that one day, because I have chainsaw pants and sometimes I don't wear them, and I thought I would never cut myself, and I cut myself a couple weeks ago. So I'm sure one day a log's gonna end up on my foot and I'm gonna be wishing I would have got steel toes, but we'll just see what happens. So that's our review. Just recap of some of the stuff we use: different types of brushes, air nozzle for blowing them off quick and easy, saddle soap and water for cleaning them, the Obenhoff's heavy duty leather preservative, and the Obenhoff's leather oil. And we were kind of doing like a Nicks versus JK kind of thing. I don't think we're going to get to a point where we'll be able to say if there's a winner, because I got Nicks and I love them. Yates got JKs and he loves them. So I guess just do a little homework and get whichever brand you want. And especially coming from Cheap Boots, I don't think you'll be disappointed with whatever brand you get. Just do your homework, and for the sizing especially, make sure whatever brand you pick, make sure you go through all their sizing stuff and kind of follow their recommendations for all that. But they're holding up good, and we're gonna wrap this video up, and we'll do a year update once we get to a year, give or take. It'll probably end up being a little longer if I'm being honest. And we might do some other kind of videos, maybe like show us cleaning them or putting the preservative on there, but there's plenty of other videos of that you can search and find. But thanks for watching, and sorry it was a little more than 6 months, but both pairs of boots are holding up great, and I love my Nicks, and Yates is loving his JKs. So hope that helps somebody with your boot purchase. I definitely don't regret spending a little extra money and getting some nice work boots. But y'all have a good one.